As brewers, we use a lot of water in our process, from cleaning our tanks to cleaning production equipment to making the beer itself. You know, in a lot of ways, I look at it as our secret ingredient. You know, it has a huge impact to how the beer comes out for all of us in the area. And the city of Fort Collins has been great with involving the brewery community on what the correct water parameters are to make that product. So I would say that they're just extremely customer focused, you know, wanting to make sure that they're meeting our needs and also giving us the resources that we need to execute future projects. You know, part of their Climate Wise program is a good example of that. Organizing tours with different facilities in the town so that we can learn from what other businesses are doing. The culture that we have here really started back when we opened 25 years ago with Doug Odell, and always looking for water conservation, utility conservation. And we have a sustainability committee where we have several coworkers who are regularly looking for different projects that we can implement. One recently in 2012 that we did that had a huge impact for that year, we reduced our water usage 13%, was a bottle vacuum pump water recirculation project. Go into a whole lot of technical details, but basically it was an open faucet. It was truly like a leaky faucet where water was only used once through that system. We close that loop so the water gets reused over and over and over again. The water that we use to cool it, we use 3 times. We use it to cool the hot water, vacuum pump water. We rinse the inside of our bottles, and then we rinse the outside of our bottles after we fill it up, and there's some foam and beer that's over the outside of the bottle. So we're getting 3 uses of that water. We get a high quality water from the city of Fort Collins, and reducing how much water we use continually not only saves us money, but it's also the right thing to do for our end product, and help spread that message to our consumers as they're, you know, drinking our beer and knowing that we're always trying to get better, always reduce our water usage and get better every day.
We improve lives, and so it's very important for us to find that connection between the environment's health and our patients' health. The partnership we have with Fort Collins Utilities and Climate Wise is really unique that I find when I talk with other hospitals across the country. Not many of them have a partnership like we're able to have. And Fort Collins Utilities, they help us with the tools we need to track our energy use, track our waste use, and showing us and sharing with us opportunities to become better environmental stewards. So by far our biggest water conservation project has revolved around irrigation. And it all started back in 2012 when I first came on and started benchmarking our energy and water use. And before that, we didn't really keep track of anything. We paid the bills and that was it. And when we started looking at those numbers, I realized that PVH, Poudre Valley Hospital, was using twice as much water per acre as Mountain Crest and Medical Center of the Rockies was. And sure enough, there were quite a few leaks going on, and they were hidden beneath parking lots, so they didn't bubble up conveniently, and you could tell that there was a leak. And we got those leaks fixed. We put in some irrigation controllers, some weather-based irrigation controllers, and we instantly saw a reduction to the point where 2012, I think we used about 700,000 less gallons of water. In our indoor water use in 2013, we saw about a 10% decrease in use, almost 3 million gallons. And a lot of that I attribute to, we brought on a master plumber in 2013. And that master plumber is, you know, going around the facility and he's looking for leaks, he's looking for ways to save water. Across the system, we saved about 8 million gallons of water in 2013. So now in 2014, we're doing the same thing, you know, right away. Every month I give an update. I usually get it done about the 15th of the month, and I send it off to our 3 irrigation guys and say, hey, this is how you've used this compared to last year. Then I put out quarterly updates to our staff that says, this is how we're doing on electricity, on natural gas, on our indoor water, our irrigation water, and, you know, just raising awareness around how much it all costs, what our spend is, and I think the staff really appreciates it. They appreciate that we care and that we're becoming better environmental stewards. And then the people who work in the trenches are being recognized more often that, hey, what they do is important. It's important to our organization. It's been a good mix of let's get leaner, more efficient, but let's also become better environmental stewards.
I think being in Colorado, we all understand how important it is to be good stewards of the community and of our resources, especially our precious water here in Fort Collins. And by doing that, we also get the added benefit of saving money, which is a nice benefit to the business as well. The technologies have allowed us to enhance a lot of the features that we have in the restaurants, be it low-flow toilets, low-flow urinals, the automated hand sensing faucets, which are a great benefit to us, along with some of the advancements in the kitchen with sprayers for the dish stations, which use a lot of water. We've also implemented thawing charts in all of our locations, which allow us to thaw in the refrigerators instead of under running water. I think this generation is very concerned about resources and understand what we're trying to accomplish. We educate a lot, as much as we can, to the staff when they ask questions about why we're doing certain things. And we also solicit feedback from our managers and staff to get some of their great ideas that we can use in the restaurants, or sometimes it's even just personally what we can do better at home. Staff members first brought to us the ability for not always pre-setting large tables with water. It was a practice that we held for many years, and in our efforts to try to give great guest service, we were doing something that maybe wasn't always beneficial. So as a time saver from the staff perspective, not having to do that in advance, but also a nice little savings, and gives the guests the advantage of choosing the beverage that they want without automatically be giving the water. ClimateWise and the City of Fort Collins are fantastic partners. Just the ability to dig for resources that they have and able to share ideas and solicit feedback for what we're doing here and get lifetime data. The other piece I really like, and this is kind of new to me, and I believe new to the City of Fort Collins, is that the web portal through the Utilities Department allows you to dig in and really look at historical data and even down to the hour usage, which we've been able to trace some usages that were a little abnormal and be able to put a fix on those immediately, so we can manage our bills a little bit better and our usage a little bit better. Great tools, and that all came from relationships and partnerships through ClimateWise and through the City of Fort Collins.